Hey, Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and I'm joined now with Billy Joe. Billy, how are you doing? How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Just come to this, I hate all this media stuff, fight week. Just want to chill, make weight and fight, but it's got to be done. Feeling good, feeling very good, strong, ready to rock and roll.
I have to admit, this is probably the most calm I've seen of your press conferences. Usually you're in there doing a bit of shit stirring.
Well, it's hard when someone can't speak your language, isn't it? You know, you just might as well talk to yourself, and there's no mind games to play because they can't understand you. So I'm just going to have to mind game them on Saturday night.
Can you tell me who these boys are? Your little crew over here. You're the future. You're the future world champion, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's my nephew. That's my oldest son.
Very quiet, unlike you.
Yeah, they're not quiet. They're just I don't know. They've had their orders to behave today.
Okay. Well, look, you got a big night coming up because obviously this is your opportunity to become two-weight world champion. When it came down to making the decision between staying at middleweight and going to super middle, was it a bit of a challenge? Because either way, it looked like the road was clear for a good opportunity.
Not really, no. I mean, I moved to Steve, don't touch it. I moved to super middleweight because at middleweight there's just no one want to fight. You know, I was mandatory for Andrade, but you know, rival promotions, stuff gets in the way, and it's hard to make. It's hard to make business-wise, you know. So there's a good opportunity to come at 12 stone, and some big names at 12 stone what will fight. So I'm willing to take them.
Sufi, there's not much known about him. You can't really go on YouTube and look too much up. Was that a challenge, kind of studying your opponent?
Not really, because I was willing to fight the champion at the weight. What's his name?
Gilberto Ramirez?
Ramirez. I was willing to fight him. But, you know, he's number one. Whether he would have been number one or, you know, King Kong would have been number one, I still would have been fighting for that title now. So it's a good fight. He's strong. A lot of people, you know, underestimate him a little bit. So, you know, I've got to make sure to keep on my game with him and make sure to get the job done.
Should you be victorious on Saturday night, you put yourself in a prime position to be able to get a lot of the big name fights, whether that be the middleweights move up to face you or you go back down to face them. If you had your pick of the litter between like a Callum Smith or even Danny Jacobs is considering a move up to super middle, is there anyone in particular you have your eyes set on? You're like, I really want that guy.
No, listen, I'm not gonna make that mistake again because I'm sick of chasing fights. I'm gonna win the belt at 12 stone, and whoever wants it can have it. You know, whoever wants to fight me at 12 stone can have it, and I'm just gonna stay ready.
I was going to ask you that because oftentimes people make the mistake of chasing people, which kind of buys too much time. You said that you basically have about, 2 years left in the game. So is the goal to just stay busy no matter who it is you're fighting, or to just sort of go for the blockbuster fights?
Now, listen, obviously I want the blockbuster fights, but, you know, I need to put myself in a position and get noticed, and people, you know, the big names want to fight me just as much as I want to fight them, and hard work and determination this year will make that happen.
You mentioned that when you were world champion, you didn't take it, I guess, too seriously. Can you elaborate a bit on that and why that was?
It's not that I didn't take it seriously. Like, listen, I know what I'm good enough to do and good enough to achieve, and you know, I always knew I was going to be world champion from day one ever since I set out boxing. So it wasn't so much of a big surprise. So I just, you know, took it as it came, and you know, I'm going to do the same here, but I'm going to go around a few things differently this year, and you know, put a few wrongs right.
And I know that you said that there was a lot of sacrifice that went into this, which is obviously not seeing your children as much as you would like to. Was there a conversation that you had with them to kind of let them know why Dad is kind of be away a bit more?
No, listen, you know, all my children know that obviously I love them, and I'm away doing something to benefit their life. So, you know, I'm not away having a good time partying and holidays. I'm away working, and you know, that comes with the job. And I think obviously my sons all miss me and that. So, you know, I know it makes it more appealing and more satisfying when I win.
And lastly, we do know that Danny Jacobs is considering that move up, considering that he didn't have, you know, the win that he was hoping for against Canelo. What is your thoughts about him moving up in weight?
Yeah, I mean, I think that you know, when you're creeping into that 31, that sort of age there, and you know, I think 11 stone 6 it's a very hard job to maintain. So perhaps that 8 pounds might make a difference. So good luck to him on it.
Was it easier this time around, not having to lose the extra 8 pounds?
Obviously, it's always going to be not as hard as making 11 stone 6, but you know, it's still not easy. It's still not walk in the park and a slug. You know, I've got a good nutritionist in Dave Stash, a brilliant coach and trainer in Ben Davison. So everything's going very, very well. And we're very professional about our job. So it's got to be made comfortable.
And Bill, I have to mention the helicopter ride. It looked like for a minute there.
Coogan's giving me sly evils here because I'm doing this interview and standing next to her, so I don't know what's going on with him. What? Yeah, the helicopter ride was a bit scary. Yeah.
What are your biggest fears? Like, do you have like a
I don't mind flying, but it was very, very bad because he told us we needed fuel about 10 minutes beforehand, and I was thinking, like, is this a sign? What's he saying? And then it started going sideways, so I was only playing with the camera. I wasn't really scared.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You look like you were like, God damn, get me off this thing. Well, thank you so much, Bill, for your time. I appreciate it. As always, I wish you nothing but the best. Obviously, it's a big homecoming fight for you.
Yep.
Any final words?
No, stay tuned. If you can't make it, tune in to BT Sports. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. God bless.
All right, thank you. Bye, Fight fans.
Hey Fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps. If you haven't already subscribed to our YouTube channel, make sure you do so by clicking this icon right here, or else